I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers down sense in my heart.
What the hell is going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle and a little bit of Dragon Ball Legends just to talk about the new V-Jump scans, the leaks, the revelations, I mean, what other words can you use here? The homie Gresh coming through once again, giving us the info that we need, that we crave. Brand new Kefla coming into the game. Kefla getting touched up a little bit, getting that rework status. Very nice. Happy to see Universe 6 getting some love because Universe 6 needs the love. It is a light category. I should have actually pulled up Universe 6 category. I think I will right now because I have Kefla here. But Universe 6 is probably like one of the best small categories in the game. Like, look at this category in terms of URs and LR. It's good, you know, because you have someone like LRK and Kefla there. You have the Hit, who's good offensively but pretty bad defensively. And then you have, you know, the physical Kefla and the Champa, who's a great support unit. And then the Kale and Kefla, who are pretty good on their own. And even like the Boda Magetta are not terrible. So for like the small amount of units in here, this Frost is pretty good as well. It's not absolutely horrendous. This Kefla, fantastic. Where is there it is. This Strength Kale and I mean, all of these units here, the Tech Kale, the Strength Kale, the Purple, and the Tech Kefla, they're all great. Like, it's actually insane. They need Dokkan Awakenings badly. Hopefully they stay base form in their Dokkan Awakenings too. But anyway, let's take a look at what Gresh has dropped for us over on the tweet skis. So as you can see over on the right-hand side, we're getting a new base form Kefla, and this is going to be, it looks like this is her SSR art, and then this is her TUR art on the right hand side, and that's usually the case. Okay, so I just downloaded it and increased the size a little bit. So as you can see here, we have quite a few things to talk about. Let's actually make this, go like this right here. So as you can see, starting off in the SSR form, going to the TUR, typically you always have a kind of I don't want to say plain, but usually in their SSR forms they're just standing there, and then in their TUR form it's more of an action pose, so that's how you can differentiate the two. But this is SSR, this is TUR, and then this is very interesting. So from what Gresh is saying, this is going to be a transformation unit because it's going to go to Super Saiyan 1, actually down here, Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2. Now, I know there's not much difference in the color, and I think it's actually like, I think they actually didn't mean to make the hair color this green, because typically this is a little bit more blondish, and then this is a little bit more green. If we take a look at the, let's go back over to Kefla. If we take a look at the actual Kefla herself, there's just a little bit more lightness to it, as you can see. Yes, there's some dark green, but there's a little bit more lightness to it. And then Super Saiyan 2, you kind of get a little bit, I guess there is still some lightness. I mean, they didn't really do much to change it between Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2, huh? Like, what is really the difference there? It's kind of hard to differentiate the two, which is very weird. I mean, I guess it's more spiky. Is that even what it is? A little bit more spikes? I would even say that the Super Saiyan 2 looks less spiky, right? Anyway, very weird, but regardless, I do wish that they would have made that a little bit more clear. Either way, this is the strange thing about this. From what Gresh was saying, goes from TUR to Super Saiyan passive transformation. Don't know what the passive requirement is. It could be something like you know, 4 turns have passed and health is under 80%, or it could be 5 turns have passed and you need this person on your team, blah, 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 right? But from what it seems, this is going to be similar to Strength Boo, the Super Boo, where he has multiple transformations in his passive, where you have to hit certain requirements to hit different transformations. And the reason for that is the kanji here also signifies passive skill. So to go from base form, which looks badass by the way, to Super Saiyan, it's in the passive, so it has to hit a requirement. And then to go from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2, it needs another requirement in the passive. It is not, I repeat, not an active skill. Now, unless if this is a mistake from V-Jump, which it could be, and this is just a typo, and they didn't mean to write passive again, they meant to write active skill, then it is going to be similar to Strength Boo, where different conditions have to be met to hit the 2 different transformations. So I'm guessing it's going to be something like the new Gotenks that just came out, right? Or the new Boo that just came out. Let's actually pull those guys up real quick so you guys know what I'm talking about. If we go over to the G's and then hit the old Gotenks here, new Gotenks that just showed up on, is it this one? Yeah, here we go. So this one, transforms can be activated when 70% or more, starting from the 4th turn after transformation. And then the 3rd one right here, oopsie, let's go right here, Gotenks. Transform starting the 3rd turn. And then if we go over to the, so this is base form, turning Super Saiyan, right? You just need 3 turns to be able to turn Super Saiyan, which is not a big deal. And then this one, after you turn Super Saiyan, takes another 4 turns. So on the 7th turn, and your HP is 70% or more, you'll turn into Super Saiyan 3. So both transformations in the passive. And that seems like what it is for Kefla here. It could be something similar, right? After 3 turns, turn Super Saiyan, and then after 3 or 4 more turns and your health is below 70%, then you'll turn Super Saiyan 2. Something like that. So not 100% sure, but that's all the info that we have on this Kefla, which I'm very hyped about, by the way. Super excited that Universe 6 is getting some love again. What's also interesting, if we go back out, so this is going to be pretty Universe 6 themed. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a new story event or something like that for Universe 6. But what's really interesting is that we're getting equipment down here that's unique to Universe 6. So that's very, very interesting because we already have a lot of equipment, right? A lot of skill orbs. So we're not 100% sure what the official English translation is, because right now we just have like, okay, this is what that means in Japanese, right? As a translation. So the homie Garesh and others will translate it. You have cats like Renzi on DBZ Space, Dokkan Wiki, all these websites will translate the literal meaning. So that's how we had like Conquest of Terror, right? And then when it came to the official translation, they were just like, it's called Terrifying Conquerors. Or like in Japan when they had the Lineage of Evil, which is the Frieza category. In Global, they just translated to Wicked Bloodline. So Global always has an official translation, which is sometimes different than the correct translation of the Japanese term. But either way, right now it's either called skill orbs or equipment. Of course, we copy or we borrow equipment from Legends here because Legends does have equipment. But yeah, here are the skill orbs, which is pretty nuts because there are a ton of skill orbs already in the game. Like if you head over here to skill orbs, we just scroll down for bronze. Look at this. The levels that you can achieve, HP, additional crit, dodge, attack boost, defense boost, super attack boost, recovery boost, and then you have all the silver ones, which are fantastic. And then if we scroll down, you have all the gold ones. So yeah, just a ton of stuff, right? And now we're gonna have ones that are unique to Universe 6 as we have seen so far. So again, shout out to the homie Garesh. The last thing I want to talk about is something that I find very, very interesting, and something that I thought was definitely needed. I'm super excited that they're doing this because I was pretty high on these two just to begin with, but the fact that they're getting Extreme Z Awakenings is blowing my mind. So the AGL Kefla and the Physical Kale are getting Extreme Z Awakenings, and it does say Extreme Z Battle. It does not say Extreme Z Area, so this will be Extreme Z Battle. I would imagine it would probably just be one event that you'll farm up. You'll get the 31 stones off of the event itself. You'll probably have some missions that'll give you like 5 to 10 stones or whatever the case is. And you'll get like, what, 36 stones or more off of this event. And it'll give you the required medals to awaken both of them, their Extreme Z Awakenings. Now, I love this for two reasons. Number one, these cards are already great, and I love when they add EZAs for cards that are already pretty good because it just makes them so strong. And number two, cards like this usually have one glaring weakness: Kale, Berserk, defense, AGL Kefla, offense, and these EZAs sometimes will shore that up, which is spectacular. So if we take a look at this Berserk Kale, how would they do an EZA? I mean, let's take a look. Causes immense damage and lowers defense. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. 120% attack. Launches an additional attack, which has a 70% chance to become a super attack. So how would you increase this? Well, number one, let's give her some defense, right? Let's go passive skill attack 120%. That's fine. You can keep that attack there. That's a high attack. If you want to bump it up a little bit, make it $130 to match Jiren. Attack 130%, defense 70%. We don't have to go crazy. We'll just give her a little bit, right? Just gift her a little bit. But what I would say is cause immense damage to enemy, lowers defense, raises defense for 3 turns. I think that would be nice, and here's why. Because I would also make launches an additional attack, which has a guaranteed chance to become a super attack, and a 50% chance to become a crit. Or, if you don't want to go too OP, listen, you can keep the 70% chance to become a super attack, but then just add the high chance that that super attack is a crit. That would be great. That would make it, that would shore up all this character's problems, right? Because in terms of damage, doesn't really have a lot of damage links, right? A lot of ki. You're never going to be hurting for ki with this character. But really, you got Berserker, which how many times are you going to use? You have to be below 50% HP to use this link. Not really usable. And then you got Battlefield Diva, which again is another 2 key link. But Saiyan Lineage, Warriors of Universe, like key is crazy. Is that a Drake song? Key? Anyway, so yeah, really only one attack link that you're never going to see. So give him 130% attack, give her the 50% chance to crit, give her some little bit of defense. She's going to be absolutely OP. And then if we take a look at, yeah, we'll do Warriors 6. If we take a look at the Kefla here, this is the TUR, yes indeed. Causes supreme damage to enemy, raises defense by 30% for 3 turns already. So let's add some attack in there, attack and defense 30%, and let's go 6 turns. Let's go nuts. Let's go 6 turns. Cause supreme damage, raises his attack and defense by 30% for 3 turns, or 6 turns. I love that. Passive skill, attack 90%, 50% chance to evade, 30% chance of that to be a counter with a super attack of their own. So pretty good, but let's go attack and defense 90%. And then let's bump this evasion up to 70% chance. Great chance to evade enemies' attack. And let's throw this medium chance to a 50% chance. 50% chance to dodge, and then super attack with tremendous power. I think that alone will make this card just top notch. Like, massively great defensive, one of the best defensive TURs in the game, and then just the damage that she's going to be doing is going to be amazing. And those two paired up against next to each other will be absolutely insane. Like, I honestly can't wait for that. And if we take a look at U6, there's actually I think only one Kefla in that, as that's that Super Saiyan moniker there. Let's take a look actually. Well, you have this free-to-play strength one, which is hasn't gotten a Dokkan Awakening, but I don't believe that she would match up to this one right here, because right now, 80% attack, 60% dodge. Yeah, definitely not. So, and then last but not least, we got the Super Saiyan 2 Kefla here, Patara category. So the cool thing about this Kefla is you will be able to run her alongside of the base form Kefla. Very happy about that, as I almost hiccup. Still changes intelligence orbs to physical attack and defense 12% per key sphere obtained, 30% chance to evade, to dodge, and guaranteed launches an additional attack, which has a 50% chance to become a super attack. So this Kefla is still pretty darn good. You do need a lot of orbs to be tanky, to be defensive, but that's not really her MO. Her MO is just doing damage, orb changing, which is always good, and linking up with, LRK and Kefla, the AGL Kefla, the physical Kale, all those units. Either way, I've been talking long enough. Very hype. Universe 6 units coming in. Can't wait for it. If you can't wait either, then make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you're not missing videos in the future. Late breaking news, hot off the press stuff that's constantly coming out in the Dokkan community. If you aren't subscribed, consider what you're doing for your life. Go ahead and gently rub that subscribe button, gingerly ring that bell button, sensually kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodic. See y'all in the next video.